All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Today we got another video for you. I made a previous video about the best budget bushcraft outdoorsman knife. So now we're going to do a comparison between the two, in my opinion, probably the most affordable Condor budget bushcraft knives. And what we're going to compare head to head was the one I did a previous video on. This is the Condor bushcraft camp knife, and this is the Condor Kephart bushcraft knife. Now these two are probably the cheapest bushcraft knives that Condor offer. They have, if you're not familiar with Condor sheaths, they have really nice sheaths, high quality, so you don't have to worry about that. The sheaths are almost exactly the same. The knife size is very similar in comparison. The difference is the handle thickness, all in all. So we're gonna do a tabletop review on this, and I'm gonna tell you which one I think is the better buy and which one I would recommend. And we're going to talk a little bit about the use and the heritage between each one of these knives. All right, so they both have 90-degree spines. They are both 1095 steel, and they both have 3 brass pinned wood handles that are walnut. And so basically, they're both sharp. Out of the box, I will say, I think the basic camp knife is a little bit sharper. The Kephart knife is a little bit more dull. Actually, a lot more dull right out of the box. Now, this isn't an in-depth video on the history, but the Kephart style blade was named after a knife designed by Horace Kephart. He was a big outdoorsman, hunter, camper, fisherman at the turn of the century, and this is off the knife design that he said was the perfect camp, hunter, huntsman, bushcraft knife design. This isn't exactly 100% true. There are some much better designs that are more historically accurate, like the Becker Kephart is probably more historically accurate, except for the hardware, the whole scales on, but we're not going to get into that. Basically, out of these two knives, they're both good quality knives. They're both about the same price, and we talked about in a previous video, these are what I would say budget knives for somebody that does not have a whole lot of money, starter knives, you know, stuff with inflation in the economy. I will say, out of the two, the more comfortable one for me is the basic camp knife. It is just, it's a little bit, it's bigger. This is just too small. I wear a size large to extra large glove. And so for a comparison of my hands, basically this is just, it's very small. It's very handy. It's a very handy knife. But if I only had the money to buy one, I probably, honestly, I would go with this, which when I ordered the two of these to compare them, honestly, I thought, because I have some other knives that are very similar to a Kephart style, this is my favorite type of handle. It's just too small. It's just too small to be effective. I have pocket knives almost as big as this. And if I'm going to go with a knife small like this, I'd probably go something smaller and then use a neck knife. I think I probably would rather, if I only had one knife out in the woods for a long period of time, I probably would go with my LT Wright pronghorn neck knife over this, to be honest with you. And it's not about the price and the cost and the steel, just simply the convenience of it. If you're going to have a belt knife, I would go a little bit bigger than this. I will say, comparing the two, this would be my pick. And honestly, I am really shocked. That was not what I thought I was going to pick coming into doing this comparison when I ordered these two knives. They're both around $65. You can find them on eBay cheaper in the 50s. They're almost about the same length. Obviously, the Kephart's a little bit shorter, but honestly, this knife is kind of growing on me. It really is. I definitely would say that this is not my top pick, and I really thought it was going to be. I really did. I think if they had sized this up and made it a little bit bigger, probably something compared to like the LT Wright Genesis, I think if they made it about that big, it would be better. It really would. This is just too small. It's too small. So the clear winner, at least for me, is the basic camp knife. And honestly, I'm really considering just keeping this one for myself, just because, yeah, I mean, I have knives that are over $300, and this is just a really good little beater knife to take, put in a kit and carry with you. It really is. I would definitely say it's this, in my opinion, is the right size for a budget knife. The right size, the right price, everything about it is right. Obviously, here's the two sheaths. Here's the sheath for the the Bushcraft. Here's the one for the Kephart. They're almost the exact same sheath, size-wise, but there you go. I would definitely say, honestly, this is the That's the better knife. So there you have it. That's the clear winner. In my opinion, this is the winner. Some last looks on them. Fit and finish, like I said, this does have some problems. This isn't even. The spine is not the sharpest as like some of my other high-end knives, but this would be, and I didn't expect it. This is the one I'd recommend. I really had high hopes for this, but it's just too small. I don't feel like there's enough purchase area. You know, maybe for like a woman or somebody with smaller hands, this would be nice. But yeah, there you go. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.